All right, minute 81 and week 5, day 4. All right. 25 hundredths plus 50%, which is half or equal to 5 tenths. 5 tenths of 1 tenth. So you can't see this here, but just so you know, there is no symbol, and that means of. And so that means you're releasing half of 1 tenth. Well, half of 1 tenth is well, think about it, 1/20th, right? So if you had 1/20th and 25 hundredths, so you would be looking at half of 1 tenth, which is 1/20th, plus 50% of 1. I guess when you look at that, you say 50% of 1 tenth. Are they asking you to multiply that? I mean, because this part just doesn't make sense. 50% of 1 tenth. So if you have half of a tenth, you would have a 20th. Because that's just how it goes. You're like not gonna have very much. You go from left to right, but multiply and add or multiply and add. Oh, so you gotta do this first and then add that. Huh? What matter? Okay. I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna have to look at the answer book for this because this problem right here where they don't 50% of 1 tenth. So if you're talking about 1/2, the only way that I can really think that you would get this is tenth times whatever half would be. So 1/2. 1 times 1 is 1. 1 times 2 is 10, or 2 times 10 is 20, plus 25 hundredths, so 25 hundredths, which you're going to have to increase this, so times 5. So it would actually be 25 hundredths plus 5 hundredths. Adding them across, we're going to get 30 tenths. 100. This is why it's not making sense. Okay, so the answer key says that number 1 for 81 should be 85 or 17. I'm just confused how they're coming up with this number. Half 50% times the tenth, which would be point, which is the same as half. I don't know. I'm gonna put a circle around this to have somebody explain it to me. I don't really get it. I mean, 85% because 50%, but 50% of a tenth is nothing. Anyway, using numbers 2, 6, 5, 1, and 8, fill in the lines below to create the greatest number possible. Well, greatest number, 8, 6, 5, 2, 1. You're welcome. Because the biggest number is go in the front for the most value. Use greater than, less than, or equal to. So the square root of 36 is 6. So, well, clearly 6 is bigger than negative 8. So we have 46 hundredths, that goes on further, and 48 hundredths. This number, there's no negative sign, so that number will be greater. Obtuse angle blank, acute angle. What? Well, this is really funny, actually. Here you go. In the hospital, they were asking somebody, my husband, if he was having acute chest pain, And I'm like, why would you care if he was having a small chest pain? Yeah, apparently in the medical world, acute means big, huge. However, in the real math world, which is why I was so massively confused, acute is an angle less than 90 degrees. Obtuse angle is a angle over it. So this would be bigger. The letter M has two blank lines, two parallel lines or perpendicular lines. Parallel. Parallel. P-A-R-A-L-L-E-L. Alright, next. Fill in the boxes to complete the correct math equations. Oh, my stars. Okay. Blank divided by -5 equals -9. So, -4 times 2 equals -8. -9 divided by 2. So we have a negative divided by a negative times a positive. So you go left for light. So 9, that's interesting. 9 divided by 2 would be 4.5 times 4.5 times 6 would be, holy smokes, I need to go to bed. I'll have to finish up the 7th grade math in the morning after I do this. Sorry. What am I doing? Yeah. 6 times 5 is 30, carry your 3, 24 plus 3 is 27. -8 plus -7 gets you to negative. Fitting. That's it, you're done.